What is up, Wargamers? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to be playing some Age of Sigmar today. Michael's going to tell us about the matchup.
Today we're playing David's Khorne against my Nighthaunt, and we have some new reinforcements that are freshly painted up. We got some Pyrogeist over here, and the Black Coach has finally rolled onto the battlefield. Dude, we had so much fun painting this over on Twitch. The Twitch stream was hanging out with me and giving me like good suggestions and stuff like that. Super fun to paint this guy with friends. So it was a really fun experience.
Yes, thank you to all of you who have been following and watching our Twitch stream. It's a new thing that we're doing. We're doing Monday night streams where we talk about new news in the community. We highlight some of our viewers, particularly the people that post in our Discord, which is a lot of fun. And then we think of some other cool content to give you guys. So if you haven't checked out our Twitch channel yet, there'll be a link down below. Go ahead and hit it. Consider following. It'll really help us get a partnership with Twitch going so we can give you more content just like that.
If you guys are new to the channel, thank you so much for joining us. If you're enjoying this, remember to hit that like button and that subscribe button down below. They cost you nothing. And if you're really enjoying it, consider becoming a member today and check out all that our membership service has to offer, including, most importantly, extra battle reports.
Yes, we are going to keep the train rolling all the way into the next edition, and we're playing some fun, different thematic lists. So there's a lot of cool stuff to check out in that membership service. And that's about it, Michael. I think that we should go ahead and take a look at the armies.
I'm excited for it. Let's take a look at the lists we're playing today.
Let's go. Thank you to all of our members for supporting this channel, especially the Lords and Commanders. If you're interested in extra battle reports and helping to support this channel, hit the link in the description box below. Go check out our channel partners, Baron of Dice and Grey Matter Games. They have some amazing products. There will be promo codes and links in the description box below. We're going to be bringing out the Blades of Khorne today. They are going to be the Bloodlords subfaction, which is all about blood letters. If they charge, they get to add 1 to the mortal wounds of their decapitating blows. This is going to be wrapped into 2 battle regiments. My general is going to be the Bloodthirster of Unfettered Fury. He has Argath, King of Blades, which means that ward rolls cannot be made within 3 inches of him. And then he has Firebrand, which means that he's a priest. He's going to know the prayer Bronzed Flesh for a sweet +1 to save. This bad boy buffs my army in all kinds of ways, and we'll get into that during the battle. I have a Bloodletter on Bloodthrone. This guy is going to know Killer Instinct, which is a hero phase move, and then he also has a prayer to bring back Bloodletters. He has 10 wounds, moves really fast, and he also has my Nullstone Adornment, which is going to allow him to unbind and maybe get a battle tactic at some point during the game. For the other 2 priests, I have another Herald Bloodletter. This guy is going to know Killer Instinct as well because moving in the hero phase is fantastic. And then he knows a sweet prayer for a +1 to wound. And then I have a Slaughter Priest. The Slaughter Priest has Blood Boil, which is a D6 damage prayer. And then he also is going to know Blood Sacrifice, so I can try to get myself an extra Blood Tithe point or 2 throughout the course of the battle. For an invocation today, we brought the Icon. This thing, if it's in range of you, it disallows you from auto-passing Battle Shock, and if models flee, an additional D3 will flee. On a 6, an additional D6 will flee, and it goes away. 3 units of Fleshhounds in the list. These are fast attack. They have a fair amount of attacks. They have Brass Collars, so they can unbind spells, and they're great for just holding objectives and whatnot. And I have 1 little unit of Blood Reavers. These guys are going to get murdered, and I'm going to be getting some Blood Tithe points, and I'm pretty excited about that. They also can act as a screen, just get in the way, maybe hold an objective. We'll see what they do today. 2 units of 20 Bloodletters. These are the Hammers in my army. They have a couple attacks apiece with 2-inch range. They do extra mortal wound output when they charge, and they're fantastic. And then to round out the list, I have a unit of Corvus Cabal. These bad boys can go into reserve at the beginning of the battle, and you can drop them on the battlefield somewhere. They're good for getting battle tactics and also popping up a screen if I need to later on in the game. That's my whole Blades of Khorne army. Let's go ahead and see what Michael brought.
Taking a look at the Nighthaunt today, we're taking subfaction Emerald Host, so I'm going to be able to curse some units at the start of the game, and then I'll be able to do some mortals to them between the battle rounds. And the only battalion we're taking is a Warlord battalion for an extra artifact of power. My general today is going to be the Guardian of the Souls. His command trait is Shaman of the Chilled Lands, and his artifact of power is going to be the Midnight Tomb. This is so that he can auto-cast an endless spell. Hanging out next to him is the Dreadblade Harrow. He's here because he can auto-teleport and just grab objectives and complete battle tactics and things like that. And he can issue the same order that the General issues. And then also we have a Spirit Torment. He has the artifact power Light Shard of the Harvest Moon, which is a once per battle +1 to attacks. I am pretty consistent about forgetting to use it, so I'm going to try really hard this game to make sure that I actually use the artifact that I paid for. Kurdos, the Craven King, is here. This guy is just a little beat stick of a character, and he has a neat little ability where he steals command points from the enemy on a 5-up. For an endless spell, we have the Aether Void Pendulum. This thing comes out in a straight line and can try and do D6 mortal wounds to a target. Mostly here so I can complete my battle tactic. Freshly painted and looking cool is the Black Coach. I've been wanting one of these guys for a really long time. This thing has a 5-up ward. It's pretty okay in combat. It does some impact hits, but mostly as things die, it absorbs the energy and then it can do 3d3 mortal wounds. We have to have some battle lines, so we have one little unit of Chain Rasps, hopefully just standing in front, screening things out, doing what screens do. We have 2 units of 3 Spirit Hosts. These guys are little bodyguard units for my heroes, and so that we can pass wounds off to them and keep all of those very important heroes alive. Since I have the Craven King in the list, Craven Throne Guard are battle line, so they're going to be hanging out here. They're only 80 points, so very cheap little battle line, do a little bit of shooting. We have 1 unit of Chain Gas. They give out an aura of +1 to hit, which is super helpful, and they can throw those chains around for a few more shooting attacks. We have 1 unit of Banshees. They're my spell protection for this army, but we're going against Khorne, so we don't really need it, but they can, absorb the energies of a spell. This is the Death Ball of Death. We have 1 reinforced unit of Bladegeist Revenants. They have that 2-inch range now, so they can actually reach out and touch someone. Let's see if we can do some touching today. Finally, the new Warcry band is here, all freshly painted up. These are the Pyregeists. They have a little bit of a shooting attack, and then if they're contesting an objective, enemy models take D3 mortal wounds on a 2-up, which is pretty neat too. That is the Nighthaunt list. Let's take a look at the mission we're playing today.
All right, today's battle plan is going to be every step is forward. This is a 4-objective battle, and we are deployed opposite of each other in this L-shaped deploy. The special rule for this one is if you complete a charge, you get to add 1 to the number of models that you count as for the purpose of contesting objectives for each model in the unit. And then if you retreat, you cannot contest objectives for the rest of the turn. Very interesting for Nighthaunt, who have retreat and charge. So Michael's going to be watching out for that. Other than that, it is hold 1, 2 more, battle tactics, and grand strategies. Michael, what is your grand strategy, buddy?
Spellcasting Savant. Gotta keep my little wizard alive.
Well, I'm taking the thematic one for Khorne, which is Slaughter of Sorcery. So we're going to be seeing if he can keep his wizard alive or if I can kill it. Let's go ahead and get into initiative. All right, Wargamers, we are here for the beginning of the battle. We took a look at the list, so you know what's up. Go ahead and leave a comment down below. Who do you think is going to win this? Is it going to be the Mighty Blades of Khorne, the Boogeyman Bloodletter list, or is it going to be a bunch of Nighthaunt?
Just a bunch of Nighthaunt.
Michael, I was 2 drops and you were many, so I decided to give you the turn, and you had some pregame abilities, so let's talk about it.
I only got 2 for the curse, so I cursed the Bloodthirster and the Slaughter Priest.
He's cursed. He's cursed.
Cursed the worst. And then I put these guys back into the graveyard, so they're going to pop up later. The Pyregeists.
I've purposely not really asked Michael what they do, so he can surprise me with their rules.
They do some very medium shooting.
Nope, don't tell me. Don't tell me. It's a secret, the Pyregeist. I'm just glad they're in the list, and I'm so stoked on your Black Coach, dude. It looks beautiful.
Thank you. It was super fun, and it's excessively medium for 260 points.
Yes, but it is nice to see a centerpiece in your Nighthaunt army.
Yeah, it does break it up a little bit.
So really, really cool. Anyway, that's where we're at for start of battle.
That's right. I'm going first, so I have my 2 command points and my 1 primal dice.
I have 3 +1 command points, and then I have 1 primal dice, and I need to try to roll for another command point with my Slaughter Priest. No. Okay.
For heroic actions, I tried to get a command point with my general and failed. And then for my battle tactic, we're set up for surround and destroy. So it's going to be the Dreadblade Hero, this unit of, now let's make it Kurdos, and then that unit of Chain Rast over there that I'm going to throw away immediately. Just let him die.
Good. Give me 100 points. I like it.
100 points for you, sir.
Yes, beautiful.
All right, so before we get into casting, I need to do Kurdos's special rule. If I cannot rule, none shall. And on a 5-up, I'm going to steal CP from you.
He's so craven, dude.
No, I do not do it.
But I'll still keep my command points. So still at 3+1, which is cool.
Let's try and cast a Horror Frost.
Okay.
7.
So many. Who got the Hoarfrost?
Or hell,
He got the Hoarfrost.
a mighty 13.
I am out.
Cool. Let's do their Great Blades. Are now run 3.
That's so scary.
Don't you come anywhere near me in turn 1. I might.
You might blend me up.
I'll get you. So that is it. We're going to move straight into movement. I'll show you what we did.
Let's do it.
Movement phase is complete. The Dreadblade Hero teleported so that I can surround and destroy. I immediately decided to bring down the Pyregeist, and they've tagged that objective, hanging out next to the Craven Throne Guard. And then I have some screens up here with my Chain Gas and my Banshees, since they're not super helpful in this mission. Over here we have Kurdos, the Craven King, and his Spirit Torments, or Spirit Host rather, just hanging out over there, getting my surround and destroy. And then we have the big blob of, what are these things, David, in my army?
Bladegeist Revenants.
Thank you. Okay. And then the Black Coach is hanging out in the rear. And then we on the other side of the table, surrounding and destroying. No shooting, no combats. 5 points. That's it. It's scored up.
We are back from Michael's turn. It was classic Michael turn. Staying in the castle, pushing out the screens, scoring an easy battle tactic, and getting 5 points. So he holds 1-2 more and completed battle tactic of surround and destroy.
Yep.
I'm just speaking.
Dave said it perfectly.
Michael's like, I just won't talk. I'll just stand here while Dave says everything. Anyway, so yeah, 5 points. We're going to get in my turn. I have 4 command points, and nobody cares about primals.
And I have those command points.
And we each generated 1 on our generals.
That's right.
And my battle tactic is going to be blood for the altar. Michael moved within 8 of the altar. I've never been able to do this battle tactic, but I need to kill that unit of Chain Rasps. So that's what I'm going to do this turn. Let's chant for a bronzing of the flesh on my big boy. He gets to re-roll because he is close to the throne. That's good. So he's going to have a +1 to his Alma save. Slaughter Priest is going to do a blood sacrifice. He's +1 re-rolling. So that's good. He's going to do the D3 on that unit of Bloodletters right there.
Okay.
For the big 1, and then on a 5-up, they'll ignore it because they're more than 8 inches away from enemy units, and they take a wound. So that's going to bring me to 1 blood type point. This Herald right here is going to pick this unit, and he's going to pray on it. If this prayer is successful, I'm going to get a +1 to wound rolls against that unit.
Seems wholly unnecessary.
And that goes off. So
Nailed it.
got a +1 to wound against the Chain Rasps. I'm worried that I might not be able to do 10 wounds into your ethereal save, you know. And then the Blood Throne is going to do, let's have him do Killer Instinct, which is a move in the hero phase. That goes off. And we're just going to move this Bloodthirster as close as we can while still being on the board. So right there. Okay, so that's all of my prayers. I don't have any other hero phase stuff to do, so we're going to go ahead and get into movement, and we'll be right back to show you what I did. We have finished my movement phase. I'm seeing Michael's deployment and doing the same thing pretty much. We got some Fleshhounds here. Another unit of Fleshhounds this screen here. We've got 1 brick of Bloodletters chilling right there. Another brick just behind him, the Blood Throne hanging out in the middle, looking very thematic. This Herald moved within an inch of the Mystical, so I can get +1 and also re-roll because of Shrine. And then my Slaughter Priest went into the throne because I just think it looks cool. I ran these guys a mighty inch, so they're standing on the objective. Fleshhound standing on the objective, and my General, and then the Chain Rasp through a mighty 1-inch redeploy. So that's where we're at. We're going to go ahead and get into a little bit of shooting, and then we'll charge. All right, Michael, the first attack I'm going to do is a Burning Roar. This is coming from this Flesh Hound right here, the leader. He gets 1 attack, hits on 2s, wounds on 4s, no rend, single damage.
You said that very confidently, but your eyes said you weren't sure.
Hits! No! Okay, it misses. That Burning Roar was fun. Let's go look at the general. Okay, Michael, we're going to attack with the Lash of Khorne from the Bloodthirster. He has 4 attacks because he's top bracket. It's 3s to hit, 3s to wound, but it's going to be 2s because of the prayer that I did to debuff the Chain Rasp. So 3s and 2s. Let's do an all-out attack because I have lots of command points. So 2s and 2s. Okay, so you've got 3 wounds. You may discorporate if you want. I know you were on the other side of the table.
Nope. Okay, fail them all.
Okay. That's 6 damage.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get into some charges. The Bloodthirster is going to tell the Flesh Hounds to charge 3d6. So we'll start with them. We'll go a mighty 14. All right, let's see if a Bloodthirster can make his charge. Okay, he's going to have to re-roll it. Funny enough, I feel confident that the Flesh Hounds could kill them with that +1 to wound because they have so many attacks, but I'm still going to re-roll because I want the movement. Okay, 8's fine. All right, let's get into some monstrous actions. We're just going to do a Stompy Stompy. Stompy's good. 3 mortal wounds.
All right, leave the sergeant and...
Okay. We're not doing wards because of the King of Blades, guys. No wards. Okay?
Is it... I didn't roll any wards for the shooting attacks. What's the aura?
Oh, it's 3 inches, so you have 6 wards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, failed it.
Okay.
Great.
Let's go ahead and we'll just fire up the Bloodthirster. Just make this easy. 2s and 2s. Okay. 7.
I made 1 5-up.
Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Battle tactic complete. We're going to pile in the Flesh Hounds 3 inches to the right, off to the other side of the battlefield, and that will be the end of my turn, so we'll be right back to score me up. All right, we are done with my turn. I did a battle tactic I've never done before, and I killed something next to the Blood Throne, so that felt pretty good. I did bring down Corvus Cabal. I forgot to talk about them.
They're there.
But they're there in the
there.
corner, which is where they live, to do exactly what Michael did with his Chain Rasp, and that's get a battle tactic. Anyway, so hold 1, 2 more, or hold 1, 2, battle tactic, 4 points. So the score is 4 to 5. We're gonna do the curse.
So on the Bloodthirster, on a 2-up, of course not.
Okay.
And then on your Slaughter Priest, yes, a mighty 1.
He has a no ward. Okay, so he'll take a wound. Okay, yeah, I couldn't get 3 because I didn't want to be that aggressive, so I dropped a point there, but hopefully it doesn't screw me in the end. So that's it, 4 to 5. Michael, you ready to roll off, buddy?
Ready, sir. Good luck to you.
This feels like the dice.
Hup.
Oh no!
That is not the dice.
Oh, it was a 6. It's on the
Nope,
floor.
no,
I
it
gotta roll
doesn't
another
count.
one. Oh, it's a 1. Okay.
You can have the turn.
Okay, Michael's gonna give me the turn, so we'll be right back for battle round 2, Blades of Khorne. All right, everybody, we are back for battle round 2. I wanted to give Michael the turn so hard, but he won the roll-off, so it's time for Blades of Khorne to go. I have 2 command points and 2 primal dice, and I generated a command point on my general.
I have 3 command points and 2 primal dice. I tried to get a command point on my general and failed, but I did focus on my general, so when it's my turn, I'll get an extra cast.
Beautiful. My battle tactic is going to be surround and destroy this turn. I already have these strategically placed, so they're holding the board edge on the far side. I'm going to move the Flesh Hounds here, and then I'm going to move those Flesh Hounds over there. So I'm going to do a bronzing of the flesh right here.
Okay.
That's good. So he's going to have his little buff up again. Let's pray to bring out the invocation with this guy.
The Slaughter Priest?
The Slaughter Priest, yes.
Got it.
That comes out. So it's going to come out right here.
So that thing has an aura of just makes things run away better.
Make thing run away better, yes.
Nice.
And move block. That's what it's going to be doing. Let's do Killer Instinct right here, and we're going to try to move these guys. This is a 2-up re-rolling because I'm next to the shrine and next to the mystical.
Killer Instinct from the Herald.
Okay, so they're gonna go ahead and move. I need to see if they move 5 or 6, and then we'll move them real quick. Michael was making fun of me because I wasn't coherent, so I fixed it. I moved these guys 6 inches. So Killer Instinct complete. And then the last thing that we're going to do is we are going to try to give a 6-up ward with this guy right here.
The Blood Throne?
The Blood Throne is going to give a 6-up ward to the Bloodletters, yeah. Because it has Killer Instinct, and I already did that one.
Okay.
It goes off. So the big Bloodletter squad is going to have a 6-up ward. Okay, prayer is complete. We're not going to do any murder lusting, so we're just going to move this forward 8 inches, and then we'll get into my movement. All right, we are done with my movement phase. These Khorne dogs are 6 inches away from that battlefield edge.
Corn dogs.
Delish. Then we've got more Khorne dogs, a sea of Bloodletters, Blood Throne, and then the rest of the endless sea of Bloodletters. My general threw a run and moved back to center of mass, so he can continue to buff my army and do that kind of stuff. The Herald and the Slaughter Priest are cozied up, real nice up in there. The Invocation moved 8. These Marauders move forward and they're all standing on the objective. Even with any kind of redeploy, I still would be holding that. So Michael didn't, he just held on to his command points. And then there's the Fleshhounds right there holding that board edge. And then there's the Corvus Cabal holding that board edge. So that's going to be my entire turn. I've opted not to do any charging, and there's no missile weapons in range. So let's go ahead and snap off, score me up, and get into Michael's turn.
All right, guys, we are back from Blades of Khorne turn. David, how'd you score?
I scored 5 points. I took this objective. He's got like 7 or 5 or something on it, and I have 10. I hold that one, and I completed my battle tactic of surround and destroy. So the score right now is 9-5, and we're getting into Michael's turn. 2 command points for me and 3 primal dice. I generated another CP with my general.
I have 4 command points, extra CP with the general, my 3 primal dice. For my battle tactic this turn, I'm excited to do one that I've never done before because I have a black coach.
So we both get to do that today. It's so fun.
Yeah, I absolutely get to do it. One stop, no return. So I have to take an objective that's owned by my enemy, and I have to own it at the end of the turn, and I have to have a black coach within 3 inches of the center.
I will note that Michael did try to steal my command point last turn with Kurdos off camera. He rolled a 2, so I still had all my command points, but I did use 1 last turn for an auto run. So all right, let's go ahead and get into your thing.
So we have 2 casts to do. So let's try for a Horror Frost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go off.
Okay.
Arcane Bolt. Mighty 10. It's my last cast.
11.
Okay, that's 11.
Okay. Corn dogs. I'm down.
Excellent, excellent casting. Didn't expect that to go any more than it did. That's it. Let's move.
Let's do it.
Movement phase is complete. We moved the Craven Throne Guard onto this point. We decided to spend 1 CP, the one we generated from the general, to auto-run the Pyrogeist just so they're tagging this objective. I figure I'm going to do more damage from their mortals than I will from their shooting. The Banshees are holding the center line, protecting my Blade Geist. And then we have some Chain Wraths. Our general is in the middle of the pile of doom. And then on the far flank, we have the Black Coach. He's going to go mess up these mortals. And we have Kurdos, who's actually going to try and do the heavy lifting in this unit and make sure that we kill that unit right there. Now, we have a little bit of shooting to do, so let's get into that.
All right, Michael, you're getting ready to do some shooting. Before you do, I just want to, for my own benefits, remind myself that I did redeploy those hounds with my CP that I generated on the Blood Throne, just so I don't forget.
Cool.
Okay, go ahead.
So we're going to shoot the Craven Throne Guard. Just so you know, you don't get cover against this.
Good.
2 attacks apiece, 4s and 4s.
1 auto wound, that's pretty cool.
All right, 2 wounds.
Okay.
-1 round.
6s! They're dead. 1's dead. Oh!
Oh, that's sad.
Okay, we're looking at some chain gas right here. They're going to shoot into the Blood Reavers.
2 attacks apiece, 4s and 3s. Take 1 at -2 rend.
Damage.
1 damage.
Dead.
Dead. D-E-D. Dead.
He also makes a dying hound sound. Arr!
All right, let's go, coach.
Tokyo Drift into fight last.
Boop.
Okay, I'm fighting last for sure.
Yep. We have bladed impacts to do.
Okay.
Runaway coach. Oh, so close. On a 2-up. Yes, take D3 mortals for 2 mortal wounds. Charging with the spirit host. The hostess with the Moses. Moving in an 8.
Okay, I now have no armor save. Carrying on.
Kurdos. Of course, you idiot. Let's spend a command point. Hey, that's better.
There you go. And I'm -1 to hit.
Banshees. Okay, they're going in. So we'll make them -1 to their save.
Okay, perfect.
Craven Throne Guard. A 9.
Oh, yeah.
We'll make your dogs -1 to hit.
Okay, they're -1 to hit and -1 to save. Got it. Everything's -1 to hit and -1 to save, and the Bloodbound fight last.
So we'll activate the Banshees first. We're getting +1 to hit, but we're outside of our +1 to wound. So 2 attacks apiece, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. Rend 2.
Okay, I can't do all-out defense because my armor save is reduced to 6+, so go ahead.
So 4 dead dogs.
Okay, they're just 2 damage.
2 damage each.
Okay, I am on Mystical with the first one, so let's see if we reduce any. Yes.
Get out.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to take 5 damage. Okay, I have 3 Flesh Hounds left. They're -1 to hit, so they're going to be hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s. Since they can't do all-out defense, let's do an all-out attack here, because the other unit is not going to be able to fight. And then we'll do 12 attacks on 3s and 4s.
Cool. We'll go Discorporate, going down to 2 command points.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, here we go. 3s and 4s. Five, no Ren saves. Because you're ethereal and
That's right.
other reasons. 4s and 5s.
And then 5s. 2 go down.
Okay. Might as well fight there, because I'm fight last.
Sure. I'll hit you with 1 dude. Fails to hit. Great.
Okay, good times. Let's go look at the Black Coach and all of its stuff.
All right, let's go ahead and activate the Black Coach. We want the Reaper Scythe. It's going to hit on 2s and wound on 3s. 2, Rend 2.
Goes
Or
through.
3, Rend 2. The 2 damage each.
Goes through. 2 damage each. Okay, I'm going to make 6 murder rolls on the Spirit Hosts. Take a mortal wound.
6. Take a wound. 9 Spectral Claws. 3s and 4s. Okay, that was
Auto wound.
2.
Rend.
Take 2 at -1.
Goes through.
That's single damage.
Murder roll. Okay. It'll bring me up to 3 blood tithe points.
Cool.
And that'll wrap combat, I think.
Will it?
Okay, Michael has an ability because he has Pyregeist on this objective. Let's talk about it.
So every enemy unit that's touching this objective that I'm contesting is going to take D3 mortal wounds on a 2-up. I have to roll for each one. So let's start with the wounded squad on a 2-up.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
And then the other squad,
No!
take a single mortal wound.
Okay.
That was significantly worse than their shooting would have been. Nicely done.
All right, that's going to wrap the turn. Let's go score Michael up and roll off.
All right, guys, Nighthaunt have completed their turn. We scored 5 points. We hold 1, 2, and more because I count as 1 additional for having charged, which is the only reason I charged the Craven Throne Guard. And then we completed our battle tactic, which was take this objective with a coach, which was really cool. So we are about to do the roll-off, but we have to do the curse first. So let's start with your general hanging out in the back like a coward that he is. Yes. Take 4 mortal wounds.
Okay, I'll take 2 mortal wounds.
2 mortal wounds. And then how about the Slaughter Priest? Yes. Take 1 mortal wound on the Slaughter Priest.
He sure will. He's suffered 2.
Mortal wounds for this have been dismal at best. That is it. Let's get into the roll-off.
Yes. Good luck to you, Michael.
Good
Battle
luck to you,
round
sir.
3. Very close game so far.
Hoop. You gonna take it?
I have to think. We'll
Yeah.
be back for battle round 3. All right, everybody, we are back for battle round 3. I have decided to take the turn. I'm going to try to get rid of some of Michael's utility pieces, and I do have a battle tactic that I can accomplish. I have 2 command points plus 1 on my Blood Throne and 1 primal dice.
3 command points, a primal dice. I did focus on my general, attempted to give him an extra command point and failed, and we did remember to bring back a couple banshees from my spirit torment.
Go ahead and see if Kurdos steals one of my command points.
Come on, Kurdos! Never.
Okay. Never, not even once.
Not even once.
Okay, my battle tactic this turn is going to be let into the Maelstrom. I'm just going to charge with a bunch of stuff.
Sure.
And hopefully one of it is in combat at the end.
Hopefully.
So that's going to be what I'm doing there. So the general's going to do bronze flesh, and he's actually going to bronze these bloodletters right here. Bronze is good.
Cool.
The slaughter priest right here is going to do a blood boil on the unit of banshees. This is on a 4-up. No, and then he re-rolls because of the shrine. Oh no, and then he takes a mortal. This herald right here, he's going to tell those bloodletters to move. That's good, so they're going to move 5 inches. He's going to try to give this unit a 6-up ward. It's good, so they'll get their 6-up ward back. Okay, we are done moving these guys in the hero phase, and then we move the burning sigil over there. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of my 3 blood tide points, and we're going to murder lust this squad right here.
Murder lust.
So they'll move another 4 inches forward. I'm going to do that off camera, and we'll just go ahead and get right into my movement phase. All right, we have finished my movement phase. The flesh hounds moved over here, normal move. They're just going to, I don't know, maybe charge, maybe do something. Then we've got my 20-man bloodletter squad right here. They moved over 5 inches, so we could bring Big Daddy a little bit closer. And then we've got the slaughter priest and the herald chilling next to the blood throne. We've got the blood throne model chilling right there. We've got a bunch of bloodletters, and then we have some dogs. And that is everything. Corvus Cabal, last thing. They went ahead and just threw a run roll so they could stand on that objective, and that's it. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of shooting. All right, man, my favorite missile weapon in the game, Burning Roar into the Spirit Hosts. It hits. It wounds.
A 6. Cool.
Yes, we did a damage.
1 damage, Renos.
Okay, let's go do some more Burning Roars. 1 more Burning Roar. 2 to hit. 4 to wound. Oh, that's okay. I'm in range with this Lash of Khorne, but I just realized that that would be very problematic if I kill that whole unit. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into charges. All right, the Flesh Hounds are going to make a charge. 5's good. They'll go in.
95.
Okay, the Bloodletters are going to mount a charge. 5 is good. We'll go ahead and take the 5. Let's go with that Blood Throne, baby. 8's good. Put him in. All right, the Big Daddy is going to tell these bloodletters to charge 3d6. Let's see what they get. That's a 9. 9 is good. All right, we've got 1 more charge. We're going to try to charge the general. That's a 9. You say 9 or 10?
10.
10? Okay. I'm not going to re-roll it. I don't really think I want him in combat, honestly. So yeah, I think that's good. That's going to be all the charges, so let's go ahead and get into some activations. Okay, so we're going to do 6 bloodletters into the Craven Throne Guard, and then we're going to do 6 bloodletters into the Banshees. The 6 into the Banshees have a leader in there as well. Craven Throne Guard first. We're going to go ahead and pop an all-out attack.
Okay. And we're going to discorporate on the Banshees.
Okay.
Going down to 1 command point.
Cool. I'm going to use the one that I generated from the Blood Throne. So this is going to be, into the Craven Throne Guard, this is going to be 2s and 3s, mortals on 5s. So we've got 4 mortals, and then we'll roll these. Okay, 4 mortal wounds and 4 saves.
Saves. Saves them all.
Okay, and then the mortals.
I take 2.
Okay.
That was the Banshees, right?
Craven Throne Guard.
Oh, then I take 3.
Okay, now this is going to be into the Banshees. There's 1 extra attack in here because of the leader. 2s and 3s and mortals on 5s. 2 mortal wounds. And make 5 saves.
Okay, failed 3.
Okay, so 5 discorporates.
3 go down.
Okay.
2 attacks. None of them hit. Your turn.
All right, 13 bloodletters into the spirit hosts. 3s. Okay, 9 saves into the spirit hosts.
Failed 5.
Okay, and then you took 7 mortal wounds, so you have 12 ward saves.
Jeez, that was a lot more wounds. 6s. So they're dead. Just barely got him though.
All right, Craven Throne Guard gonna clap me with some boot knives.
3 attacks, 4s and 3s. 1 on a wound. Take 1.
I failed it.
Single damage.
That's a dog.
There's 1 dog. Dreadblade Harrow is now going to discorporate the
Craven Throne?
Craven Throne Guard. He couldn't before because they were slightly out of range, but now that some of them died, totally doing it, and that's for free.
This is 3s and 4s. Okay.
Good force.
Not bad. Make 7 saves.
4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, this is now an impossible task.
Nothing's impossible. Pull out that big dice energy and roll them 5s. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
Coolio. Let's go look at the
Coach.
coach.
4 attacks with the Reaping Scythe. So let's go ahead and hit on 2s.
Okay, I'll do an all-out defense.
Let's wound on 3s. Okay, so 2. That ran 2.
Okay, back on my base, so 5 up. Save 1 fail.
2 damage. Spectral Claws, 3s and 4s. So 3 at -1.
Okay, we're looking for 4s here. Fail 2.
Single damage. And then Hooves and Teeths. 3s. And 4s. Oh, terrible 4s. Take 2, no rend.
Okay, 4s again. Fail 1. Okay, well, I completed my battle tactic and stuff, but I feel like I should have killed more. That's okay, though. Let's go.
All right, we are still contesting this objective. So on a 2 up to these.
Okay.
Yes, take 3 more wounds.
Okie doke.
And then a 2 up to the dogs. Yes. Take a mortal wound.
All right, that is the end. Let's snap off, score me up, and get into Michael's turn. We are back for my turn. I scored a mighty 4 points. I hold 1 and 2, and I completed my battle tactic of led into the Maelstrom. I did not do as much damage into the Banshees and the Craven Throne Guard as I wanted to. Michael was in range with his Craven Throne Guard to bring 3 of them back at the end of the turn. So yes, now we're just gonna kind of hold on to our butts. So we're gonna go ahead and get into your turn. 2 primal dice and 2 command points for me, and then heroic recovery on my Slaughter Priest so he doesn't die to the curse.
2 command points, 2 primal dice. I got an extra CP with my general. And then we're gonna bait and trap. We have 2 units that are in combat right there that I'll fall back, and then I'll charge with 2 different units. Let's cast Hoarfrost, yeah?
Sure.
6, 7, 8.
I'll just try to unbind that with one of my Fleshhound units. Okay, we'll throw a Primal Ladder. Okay, unbound.
Okay, and now we'll Spectral Lure. And I'm not throwing a Primal at a 1. That's it. We're gonna do some movement.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, movement phase is complete. We've shifted the Ball of Death, and we're just gonna go hard onto this point and just try and crush one flank. That's the plan. So Kurdos is here. David threw a redeploy and scurried onto this objective, taking it from me, but I think I'm going to be okay with that for now. And then we have some chain gas up front, blade geist, the spirit torments and the general, or spirit host and the general in the back. And then we have these pyrogeist right here. And then of course we ran away with the Craven Throne Guard. We ran away with the Banshee. And then we did a teleport over here with the Black Coach. So it's going to do its little shooting attack right now. The Black Coach is going to unleash its evocation of death. And since we're all powered up, it's going to do 3d3 mortal wounds to these bloodletters in the back. It's on a 2-up.
Okay, so 1.
Hey, it does 0 mortal wounds. All right, we're doing the Gouts of Flames from the Pyrogeist. These are all going in the bloodletters, 4s and 4s.
Okay.
Rend 1. 12 at -1.
Okay, this is going to be 6s, and then 6s again because they have a 6-up ward. So we save 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 dead bloodletters.
Chain gas hanging out right there as well. They're going to shoot the bloodletters. 2 attack speeds, 4s and 3s. 1 hit. 1 wound, Rend 2.
That goes straight through.
Single damage.
Okay, and then 6. No. So 1 will take a wound.
Let's start the almighty charge phase. Let's go with the chain gas. Let's just get a 10 right out of the gate.
Yeah.
We'll fight last the bloodletters.
Okay, bloodletters are fight last.
Charging the blade geist. 6.
Okay, and they'll be -1 to hit. Spirit Torment looking for a charge.
9.
Nice.
We'll make the dogs minus their save.
Okay, -1 save to the dogs. Got it.
Banshee. Fails her charge. Dreadblade Harrow going in. 5. 5's good.
-1 to hit as well.
9 on the coach. Double 1s again. Let's roll the Pyrogeist.
Okay.
6. -2 to their hit. All right, we need an 8 with Kurdos.
I knew you were saving that reroll for something. I feel like you just want to get some distance between him and the bloodletters.
Yes. That's an 8.
There you go. Blood Throne -1 to hit or -1 to save. What are you feeling?
-1 in their save.
Okay. Okay, so Michael is fixing to activate Kurdos. He's -1 to hit because of the Land Rebels from my Bloodthirster right here, and then he's +1 to hit because of the Chain Ghasts.
That's right. And I'm also, at the top of the combat phase, I'm going to unleash the Light Shard of the Harvest Moon for +1 attacks for all the Nighthaunt. But he's outside of range of that, so it's not going to affect it, but I do have to say it.
Blood Throne is -1 to its save. However, I will have a 6-up ward because I am standing on mystical, impassable terrain right there.
Okay. I'm going to spend the CP for my... No, I'm just going to have Kurdos tell himself to all-out attack, so we're hitting on 2s.
Okay, back onto 2s. Beautiful. And you're going into the Blood Throne.
That's right. Hitting on 2s. They'll hit.
Okay.
And then 3s. So 4. 12 damage arenas.
Okay, let's go for some 6-up wards right here. None of them. So that is a dead Blood Throne right there, and we'll go up to 4 blood type points. All right, the dogs are just going to put all of their attacks into the Spirit Torment on the off chance that they can take care of him. They're going to have to do amazing because they're on 4s and 4s.
We will discorporate from the general for free.
Okay, that was a good call. 4 hits, 2 wounds.
Save 1, failed 1.
They tried so hard, and they did 1 damage.
I guess he'll slap you back since he's staring at your face. He's got 3 attacks. These are going to be 2s and 2s. Oh, he has 4 attacks because of the Light Shard. So this is going to be 2s and 2s. Rend 2, 2 damage.
Okay. I'll just put my dice down because I don't have a save. I'm like getting my dice ready.
So 2 dead dogs.
Okay.
We'll do the Dreadblade Harrow. Still looking at him. He's going to be looking at that one final dog. It's 2, everyone 2.
Dead.
Cool.
Okay, up to 5 blood tithers.
Chain gas are going next. 3s and 2s. Great. So 6 at -2.
6 at -2. Okay, goes through.
Single damage.
6 up wards. No. 3 of my bad boys go down.
All right, we have 17 Blade Geist in range. 4 attacks apiece right now.
Okay, I will all out defense.
These are going to be 2s and 3s. 3s. 21 from the first batch.
Okay. I have high hopes for these guys. You guys, what do you think? You think I'm going to survive? I don't know. Probably not. $40 saves. Okay, this is going to be 5s and then 6s. Here we go. 5s. Blood for the blood god. 6s. 13 dead bloodletters. That's a squad.
Yeah, did it.
Nice. All right, we're going to go up to 6 blood tithers. All right, everybody, that is the end of the turn. Let's go ahead and score Michael up, and we'll roll off for battle round 4. All right, everybody, we are back from Michael's turn. It was strong, damage-wise, and you scored pretty good. How many points?
4 points, because your redeploy stole this from me. So I hold 1, 2, I completed my battle tactic of bait and trap.
Yep.
My coach kind of whiffed, but he's charged back up to full now because we had some stuff die. Let's do the curse real quick. On a 2 up on your general. Yes. 2 mortal wounds.
Okay, 5. Oh, no 5s.
Yep.
6s, though. He does take 2. Okay.
And then a 2 up on the slaughter. Yes. For 2 more.
Okie dokie. He suffered 4. So we're going to go ahead and get into the roll-off for battle round 4.
Yep, good luck to you.
Good luck to you, goods. Okay. Well, I feel like I must take the turn.
Yeah.
So we will be back for battle round 4, Blades of Khorne. Blades of Khorne are going to get into it. I'm going to have 2 command points and 1 primal dice. What do you got?
3 command points, 1 primal dice. We did focus on our general. And then for heroic action, I actually decided to finest hour on Kurdos for the +1 to wound since he's sitting outside of that +1 wound bubble.
And then go ahead and see if you steal a command point from me with Kurdos.
Come on, Kurdos, last. Oh, it's never gonna...
That would have been a good time to do it because I only have 2 and I had to do heroic recovery on my general, so he's only suffered 2 wounds.
You want to say your battle tactic?
Yeah, my battle tactic is going to be Trial of Skulls, and I need to kill 8 or more enemy models with my Bloodthirster. I think I can make that happen because I can't take wards against him, so hopefully it works. First prayer that I'm going to do is Killer Instinct with him, and we're going to let the Bloodthirster move. Fails, and then we got to reroll. Okay, so it goes off. He's just going to move right here, outside of 3. And then he's going to pray for Bronze Flesh. That goes off because he's standing on Mystical. And then Slaughter Priest right here is going to do a Blood Boil. Boiling some blood for 6 mortal wounds.
I feel like it has an insanely large range for
16.
Yeah, that's a huge range for a D6 mortal wound spell.
That is all my prayers. We're going to go ahead and move this thing 8 inches in this direction. Okay, we've moved this. We're going to do 2 Murder Lust, bring me down to 4 Blood Tithe points. The first one is going to be from the General. The General will move 3. And then the last Murder Lust is going to come from the Bloodletters. They'll go 6. Okay, we are all done with my sweet little hero phase. So we're going to get into movement, and we'll be right back to show you what I did. Okay, my small but mighty force is moving around the board and doing things. Starting with the Fleshhounds, they moved, and they're going to go sacrifice himself to all these units. My General, who has Argath, King of Blades, is chilling right there. Then we have the Bloodletters. my Slaughter Priest. My Herald forgot to move. I'll move him forward 5 inches. And then over here, the Corvus Cabal are standing on that objective, and the Fleshhounds are standing on that objective. Kurdos has an 8-inch move, so I've moved them extremely far away, so he's going to have to get a massive charge to be able to steal that objective, if that's what he chooses to do in the next turn. He's finest hour, so we're probably just going to leave him alone. So all we need to do is a little bit of shooting now. Let's do a Burning Roar into the Bladegeist. No! All right, these guys aren't going to have a ward save because they're within 3 of him, because I murder lusted into them. So this is going to be 3s and 3s. Oh yeah, that would have been a nice all-out attack, Michael. 3s and 3s. 1.
Saved it.
That is going to be all of the Shoe Sting. Let's go ahead and charge. We're going to tell those Bloodletters off in the distance right here. They're going to have a 3d6 charge, but we are going to start with, never mind, the General's already in combat. We're going to charge them. All right, now that we've got a proper look at the Bloodletters, let's go ahead and charge. That's going to be a 10. And then finally, we're going to sacrifice some dogs to the Corn Dog God. They'll go in.
I'm going to Unleash Hell.
Do it!
In 2 spots. So my General's going to tell them to Unleash Hell, and my Dreadblade is going to tell the Chain Gas to Unleash Hell.
Oh, I love it.
This is the Unleash Hell with the Pyrogeist.
Okay.
Hitting on 5s. And wound on 4s. All right, so take 6 at -1.
6s. Okay. That's 1.5 and dead dogs.
Okay, and then we'll do the Chain Gas as well. Nothing from the Chain Gas.
Okay. All right, the Bloodthirster is gonna roar the dudes. Nah, they're not roaring. They're okay.
Okay.
And then he's gonna pile in and fight.
Get in there.
2s and 2s. Okay, drop 2, and then 2s again. Okay, drop 3 more. Ouchies. Okay.
4s. Fail 2.
Okay, and that's going to be 6 damage.
Well, you came back the other direction. So we have 6 Bladegeist into your General and 4 into the Letters. So these are going to be 3s and 3s.
Okay, and you're -1 to hit, but +1 to hit, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So 3s. And 3s. 4 saves into the Letters.
Okay. They're going to fail 3.
And then here's the 6 into your General.
Okay.
So 7 saves. Oops, 6 saves, my bad. 6 saves.
He's going to fail 3. 9 Bloodletters into the Banshees, and then we're going to do the remaining 6 into the Bladegeists.
So the Banshees, my General will tell them to discorporate for 1 CP.
Okay, let's go. We got the leader in against the Bladegeists. Let's go all out attack right here. So we'll do 2s and 3s. So you're going to take 4 mortals and then make 5 saves.
Okay, 4s. Uh-oh. Take 3 and
Okay.
5 mortals.
4 mortals, so you got 7. Okay, into the Banshees. Six saves and 7 mortal wounds into the Banshees.
Saves. Fail 3.
Okay, so 10 damage total.
5s. They're dead. All right. 4 attacks with the Dreadblade Harrow. 2s.
He's dead.
So 3 at -1.
Triple 6s? Nah, he's dead. Cool. We'll go up another blood tide point.
Now let's go back to the Spirit Hosts. 3s and 3s. Dropped half. Dropped another more than, so 2. Now we're in.
Failed them both.
Single damage.
Okay, we'll kill a bloodletter. Nice. So let's come heads up here. So I'm gonna do battle shock on these guys. If I roll a 1, I'll get 1 back. No, but they're fine. And then these guys have to take battle shock because of this, so they're gonna die.
Yep.
Nice. All right. Well, that is going to be the end of my turn. So we can go ahead and score me up.
Cool.
All right, we're back for my turn. I scored 2 points. Unfortunately, I failed my battle tactic. I opted not to all-out attack with my shooting attack, and that was a big mistake. I rolled 3 2s that would have all been hits, and if I could have just pushed through 2 more damage, I would have gotten my battle tactic. So that was unfortunate. I did do the Land Rebels, and I tried to sprinkle some mortal wounds around at the end of my turn. Just did a few mortal wounds to the Spirit Torment is all. So that's it. I have 2 command points and 2 primals to Michael's 2 and 2, and we're getting into his turn.
I do need to try and get a command point here. Let's try it with the Dreadblade Harrow. He gets a command point.
Excellent. And you do have a Warlord battalion, so you could cash in a free command point whenever you wish.
Let's do it right now.
Yeah, bring you up to 4. 3. Yep.
Oh, let's say my battle tactic. It's going to be Intimidate the Invaders. I think that's pretty clear. I have most of my stuff over there anyways. Let's try Blizzard. Absolutely not. Okay. I'm going to auto-cast on a 12. Can't be unbound. This. Do you want to use your blood type points to say I can't bring it out?
Nope, you can bring it out.
Cool.
At the end of the hero phase, it moves. Okay.
I have nothing else in the hero.
On a 2 up, I'll take D6ers.
So 2 up right here on the litters. And then roll your 5 up, ignore.
Nope.
D6. 4. 2 up on the general. Yes. 5 up, ignore.
Ignored.
And you get a CP or a blood type point.
Cool. Helpful.
Did you want to finest hour your general?
Nope, I heroic recovered him.
Oh, okay. Okie dokie. All right, we're going to move some stuff, and we'll show you what's up.
All right.
Movement phase is complete. The black coach, who's all charged up, he teleported over here, so he's 9 inches away from the general. And then we have the Dreadblade Harrow, the Chain Gas, the Pyregeist, and a full-strength squad of crossbows for no apparent reason. And then I sprinted as far away as possible with my general, because that's a grand strategy for me. Dave, I forgot to move these gentlemen out of combat, so I'm going to do that in just a second.
Yep.
Okay, and then we have Kurdos stood still, not wanting to trigger a redeploy. That's it. We do have some shoosting to do, and we're going to get into that right now. All right, we're going to start with the black coach on a 2 up. Yes.
Yay.
3d3 mortals.
Okay.
For 6.
Okay, we'll give him 6, so he suffered 9.
Some terrible shooting from the chain gas.
All right, let's do an all-out defender.
4s. 3s. Take 2 at Ren 2.
Okay, he's gonna be on his base. Oh, he fails him. Uh-oh.
Single damage.
Okay, he'll take 2, so he suffered 11.
We'll give these guys an all-out attack. We'll do it from this little dude right here.
Bringing them back to their base.
All right, 4s and 4s. Here we go.
It's a good thing that you did all-out attack. You would have messed with everything.
So take 6 saves, Ren 1.
He takes a damage.
So 2 crossbows in him. These are on,
Nope, you're not within 8.
Okay, so 4s. So 2 at -1.
Okay, we're looking for 3s again. We're good.
And then into the letters. 1.
We fail. That's gonna kill a dude.
Natural 9 coming from the black coach. It's a double 1. Kurdos going in. A 9.
Yay!
Minus your save.
Okay, I will take away my finest hour.
Chain gas. They go in, make you -1 to hit.
Okay.
Dreadblade Harrow. 7, so -2 to hit.
Okay.
Pyregeist.
No!
Should I make you -2 to your save and see if Kurdos can just one-tap you or fight last?
Fight last.
Fight last it is. And then the Spirit Hosts, we're going to see as well. 6 doesn't do anything, so they'll just stay there. The Crossbows. Need a really long charge.
Let's see if they get it. That's a good
Possible,
start.
good start. 8?
8?
I have no idea, dude.
Okay, no crossbows.
No crossbows.
All right, let's go look at the Bloodthirster. All right, we're just going to roar Kurdos. He's roared.
Cool. So Kurdos is going to hit on his natural 3s. 1 auto wounds.
Okay.
Only 2 at Ren 3.
Okay, I am going to all-out defend. I should have said that already. 2 at Ren 3, so we're looking for 6s. Okay, so that's going to kill the Bloodthirster. Sounds good. Well, that's going to be the end of the turn. So let's go ahead and score Michael up, and we'll roll off.
All right, guys, we are here for the wrap-up. After the end of that failed charge, David conceded. So in my turn, so David scored 5 right there. And in my turn, I would hold 1 and 2, but not more. And my battle tactic that I could complete is get a spell off without it being unbound. And my general was in a way back corner, and David didn't have any more blood tithe points. So
Correctamundo.
4 points, and then I complete my grand strategy, and Dave fails his, which is a 3-point swing. So the final score is going to be 25 for Nighthaunt to
19.
There we go.
So, yep, so Michael scored 1, 2, but not more for 3 turns, and then did get his battle tactic. So, yep, 25, because 28 would be a perfect score. So that was fantastic. Really, really fun game. I had a blast bringing the Blades of Khorne back out. They're a really fun army to play. I tried to do something a little bit different, put a little bit more chaff in the list, put the Corvus Cabal in the list, and it was a lot of fun. Before we get into my army, though, let's talk about the Nighthaunt, because I was really impressed by some of your new units. So let's talk about how they did today.
Yeah, so obviously we have the Black Coach and that new unit, the Pyregeist, on the table. While I was painting them, I was hanging out with chat, and I was a little like, I don't know what these guys do. Are they independent operators? But they put out a surprising amount of shots.
They do a lot of shooting. Yeah, 3 attacks apiece, and then more for the leader.
And then I had them on the objective the whole game. So they were constantly pinging mortals. They did a fair amount of damage. So I was pretty impressed with them. And them complemented with the crossbows sitting in front of them. Like, I had a weird amount of shooting on that side of the table.
You did, yeah. And that came in super clutch when you were going into my Bloodthirster, just doing 9 damage before you charged in and made him fight last and all that stuff. So I liked it.
That was really cool.
I really liked it.
I still think they might be a little too expensive, but I think they're cool. They were really fun in the list. Kurdos did great this game.
Yep, he killed some stuff.
He killed some stuff. He smashed the general at the last minute, lifted the Blood Throne without trying, so that was really cool. MVP for me is going to go to the Black Coach, because the moment that I needed it, it was there. And it teleported, did 6 mortal wounds to your general, and made that job much more obtainable.
Yep, I agree.
And then LVP might go to my Spirit Hosts. They're bodyguard units that did 0 bodyguarding.
They didn't do any bodyguarding.
They stood in front and took the charge, which is also good.
Yeah, and that's what's great about them is they double as a screen, and I think that Nighthaunt is a lot harder to deal with than people think. A lot of people are like, oh, they're not top tier or whatever, but they are very good at keeping their heroes safe, which can be very pivotal on a double turn, or if you really want to get some big buffs off.
As soon as you start switching away from the big blocks of blade guys, which I still had 1, and you start doing MSU, then all your debuffs really start to come up.
Right, exactly. You were consistently getting the minus to hit, minus to save, and fight last off even, which is hard to do if you have 3 charging units, but if you have 7 charging units, then you're likely going to roll a 10+.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that there was some big plays in the game for Nighthaunt. You got the damage through when you needed to. I unfortunately did not. I opted to take the turn going into 3. I knew that there was a risk there versus reward, but when my first Bloodletter squad went in, they just couldn't finish off the Banshees and the Crossbows. They were both left on 1 wound, which was very unfortunate. That meant that they were kind of stuck in place, and that slowed down my momentum for the battle. And then later on during the battle, trying to get a murder lust with those bloodletters so I could get close enough to charge the general and try to turn the thing around was unfortunate. Rolling a 1 for the murder lust happens sometimes. And then I failed that battle tactic with the bloodthirster, just not doing the 2 extra damage that I needed to do. So I'm gonna give him LVP for the day, I guess. And then I'll give MVP to the bloodletters. They did fine, they did good.
Well, and they're really hard to chew through.
They're really hard to chew through. They did kill every other unit they touched, except for when they really, really needed to. I'm not going to give them LVP. Dice rolls happen. That's fine. I do like this list, though. I like the composition. I like taking double battle regi so you can have priority, because when you don't have priority with Khorne and then you drop your first battle tactic, it's an uphill battle from there.
For sure.
So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the Corvus Cabal. They did everything that they needed to do. They came down, helped me get a battle tactic, and then they just fortified my back objective for the entire game. So they did everything. All of the pieces operated properly. Even taking this mattered.
It did.
Because had I not, you could have auto-passed and then put 3 more Blade Geist in there. Instead, they ran away.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead they ran away. So I like all the pieces in this list. I would like to get a little bit more practice with Blades of Khorne. It's been a while since I brought them out. But before I bring them again, I really hope to just rebase this whole army so it's a little bit more cohesive. But it was very, very fun. I hope that you guys really enjoyed the battle as well.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. This was a really fun game for us to play, so we hope you enjoyed it as well. So we will see you next week for another battle report.